Do you ever feel completely drained after work, struggling to find any energy or motivation? Or maybe you're becoming increasingly cynical and negative about your job. If this sounds familiar, you might be experiencing burnout, that overwhelming feeling of chronic workplace stress that leaves you exhausted, ineffective, and detached. In today's fast-paced work culture, burnout is more common than ever. The lines between our professional and personal lives are blurry, and the constant pressure to perform, meet deadlines, and juggle multiple responsibilities can seriously affect our physical and mental well-being. But what if there was a way to not just recover from burnout, but to become immune to it altogether? In this extract, we'll dive into the secret of recognizing the warning signs of burnout and learning how to protect yourself against them. The key lies in emotional intelligence, a powerful and learnable tool that can help you combat burnout and develop a healthier, more resilient approach to work and life. Join us on a journey of self-awareness, stress regulation, and mindset shifts that will empower you to break free from burnout and unlock your full potential. We'll explore emotional intelligence and how it can be the key to achieving burnout immunity. Ready to transform your relationship with stress and thrive in your professional and personal life? Let's get started. Have you ever had a wake-up call in life? Something that opens your eyes to a huge issue or makes you reconsider everything? For academic researcher and educator Kandi Wiens, such a wake-up call came in her early 40s. Her blood pressure became so high that she needed to be on bed rest for days and was at high risk of having a stroke or heart attack. This experience made her realize she was terribly burned out, the result of chasing other people's goals for years and feeling disconnected from her own purpose. So what exactly is burnout? 3 things characterize the condition: feeling exhausted and lacking energy, feeling cynical or negative about your job, and feeling professionally ineffective or underperforming. With that in mind, it's no surprise that burnout results from chronic workplace stress. After learning a bit about emotional intelligence and burnout while training people at work, Wiens decided to officially study this critical area. In her research, she discovered a group of leaders in severely stressful jobs who showed absolutely no signs of burnout. What is the most common factor among them? Emotional intelligence. Fortunately, anyone can learn and practice emotional intelligence, also known as EI. It doesn't depend on our upbringing, educational background, or industry of employment. So, if we can learn EI, we can essentially learn how to protect ourselves from burnout. As with most things, it's easiest and best to prevent burnout before it occurs. But even if you're currently in a state of burnout, EI and burnout immunity skills can help you get out of and stay out of burnout. Of course, if your work environment is toxic, abusive, or is affecting your health, whether mental or physical, you should immediately start creating an exit plan. Reach out for help if necessary and pursue a healthier career path. Even in this least ideal situation, EI practices can help you. So, how do you learn EI? Well, it starts with awareness, which is what we'll explore next. If you want to become emotionally intelligent, you need to upskill yourself with awareness. Awareness has 2 components: self-awareness and social awareness. Seeing and understanding your own feelings, behaviors, thoughts, and beliefs is self-awareness. It's also about understanding the situations and environments that you either thrive in or struggle in. Knowing your values is also an essential part of self-awareness. Social awareness is similar, just directed outward at other people. To be socially aware is to see and understand the feelings and behaviors of others. It's also about seeing and understanding how your own feelings and behaviors affect other people. Although awareness might seem easy enough, it can be surprisingly difficult. One 5-year study of about 5,000 participants found that only 15% were actually self-aware, even though 95% thought they were. The study demonstrates why it's common for individuals to ignore the often subtle indicators of burnout. A worker who is deeply unhappy and struggles to get anything done is clearly a candidate for burnout. But a worker who loves their job can easily veer into burnout if they're constantly overperforming. Stress, whether good or bad, can affect our physical and psychological well-being, relationships, and overall performance. For many of us, work is a major source of stress in our lives. So an important step in increasing your awareness is to evaluate your job and company culture in general to identify which aspects of your professional life are causing you stress. Reflect deeply on whether you feel appreciated and recognized at work, how engaged you are, whether your values align with those of the company, and whether you feel supported within the workplace culture. Also, consider the well-being of your coworkers and company leaders. Are they showing signs of stress and burnout on their own? Once you have a greater awareness of the general environment at your company, you'll have a better sense of areas you need to be especially alert to when trying to prevent or get out of burnout. Now that you've honed your awareness, you're ready to start developing burnout immunity. Firstly, consistently practice regenerative self-care. Get enough sleep, eat well, and engage in renewing activities like yoga or a beloved hobby. Secondly, identify and set boundaries to safeguard your emotional and overall well-being. Perhaps adding *no contact times to your calendar, or directly telling a coworker that their negative attitude is making you uncomfortable. You can also focus on spreading positive energy. Remember, both negative and positive emotions are contagious. With a smile, relaxed posture, and leaving your arms uncrossed, project ease and positivity. Understanding how you and your workplace are incompatible helps you avoid burnout and assess the impact it's having on you. Now let's learn another skill to help grow your EI. Regulation is another key to combating or avoiding burnout. It means learning to regulate your body's stress responses and helping yourself recover after those physical reactions. Let's start by looking at what stress does to the body. When the brain perceives a threat, whether it's a real threat like a snake on a hiking trail or a mistaken threat like a stick on a hiking trail, it tells your adrenal glands to release adrenaline into the bloodstream. This is what increases your heartbeat and alertness, gearing you up for a fight or flight response. It's a perfect way to deal with any short-term threats. However, for longer threats or when issues are constantly present, the body runs out of adrenaline and begins secreting cortisol instead, keeping the body on high alert. Unfortunately, studies have linked conditions like anxiety, high blood pressure, and a higher risk of cardiovascular disease to chronically high levels of cortisol. The bottom line is that when we face chronic stress, we incur direct physical damage. So, how can we better respond to our body's automatic stress responses? First, change how you view stress. Instead of seeing a stressful situation as a threat, approach it as a challenge. That way, your body will be less likely to release adrenaline or cortisol when it doesn't need to. Successfully shifting your mindset requires practice. When facing a situation that triggers stress, acknowledge how you feel, but then focus on the fact that you've always made it through similar situations before. Tell yourself that you have the ability to deal with this stressor and that you're ready for the challenge. Don't lose hope if it takes some time to see results. Changes in our mindsets are gradual. Use times of low stress to identify your existing resources and support networks that can help when you face challenges. Those things can make it easier to see yourself as capable and equipped to face the stressor. Keep in mind that stress has benefits too. In the right dose, it can make us more alert, enhancing mental performance and memory. When we respond to stress in a healthy and well-regulated manner, we can quickly regain our window of tolerance, a state where we are both relaxed and engaged, even when sudden stressors temporarily knock us out of it. Over time, mastering this balanced response to stress is what will raise your EI to the level of genius. And once you're there, you'll have a built-in guard against burnout, letting you thrive even in the face of a significant challenge. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Kandi Wiens' Burnout Immunity. We've explored how burnout happens and how emotional intelligence can help prevent and combat it. By increasing your self-awareness and practicing stress regulation techniques, you can tackle workplace and everyday stress more effectively. Changing how you view stress from a threat to a challenge requires some dedication. But once you get the hang of it, burnout won't be able to keep you down. You'll be free to reach your full potential and thrive in your work and personal life. Remember, emotional intelligence is a skill you can develop with practice. So whether you're already rocking burnout immunity or just starting out on this path, know that you are empowered to heal from and prevent burnout. Keep pushing forward, you've got this. And don't forget, even with strong emotional intelligence and effective coping strategies, life can sometimes overwhelm us. If you're dealing with significant changes or stress, give yourself some grace. Focus on self-care and seek support when needed. With the right help and a bit of self-compassion, you'll be in a fantastic position to build and maintain your burnout immunity. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourself out there. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more content. Sign up for our weekly newsletter for a one-page summary of this extract. Until next time, take care and find your balance. See you in the next video.